Okay, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you, my students. Well, for this section, we talk about children versus adult in a second language acquisition. There are two factors which affect a second language acquisition. The first, it is psychological factors, and the second, it is social factors. You can see here psychological factors like intellectual processing, memory, motor skills, motivation, and attitude. However, in social factors like situation, setting, and interaction, intellectual processing can be divided into two ways, like explication and induction. What is explication? It is someone may explain rules to you, and induction is you can discover them by yourself. So both of them are methods, a way in learning a second language acquisition. More detail about explications, a process whereby rules are explained to the learners. It means that you explain the rules first to your students or to the learners. Okay, and then explication normally presented in the first learners or in the first language of the learners. Okay, however, the weakness of this way, it is the language cannot be learned completely by the learners. So this is the weakness, because the students learn in the first language, and hopefully it is learned, it is applied in the second language. So the weakness is they are not able to learn the second language completely. And this way or explication is not applicable to children. Okay, it means that explication it is used for adult learners, not for children learners. Okay, the second way is induction. Induction is it is applicable, it is suitable for children. The children will discover the rule of the second language itself. Once again, that induction is suitable for children. However, adult learners better in understanding more complex syntactic, or in other words, induction is not suitable for adult learners. The second is memory factors. As we know, memory is essential to language learning. Without memory, or if we have problems on our brain, especially for our memory, it will be a great problem, a big problem, or it will be a great difficulties in learning language. Memory can be divided into episodic memory. Memory or episodic memory is remembering rules to use in different situations. So episodic memory functions is to remember the rules like polite, formal, informal, persuasive language. So it is the function of psychological factors like episodic memory. And memory ability. It means that children under 7 years have excellent memory. It means that children before go to the primary school, their memory is have excellent memory. However, it is start to decrease from 8 years old. After 12 years, children start to use their cognitive ability to learn language because their memory cannot help them. It means that their memory already full and they need to use another device like cognitive ability. Okay, So memory ability can be divided as you can see before 7 and from 7 to 12. Next, it is a motor skills. Motor skill like lips, tongue, vocal cords. So the lips, tongue, vocal cords, it is as a definitions, or it is a device of motor skills. It means that they will have a great control of muscles to save organ of speech. So this influence the way learners pronounce source language sounds. The better pronunciation which is produced by lips, tongue, and vocal cords, it is to indicate the better we communicate. And decline motor cycle, it is best practice before 12 years old. Or in other words, if children already above of 12 years old, it is difficult to learn decline motor cycles. This decline affect all body muscles, including organ of speech. The next factor is motivation. From 1 to 2 years of children age, their parents never motivate them to learn a language. It means that they learn language automatically. However, by 5 to 6 years old, children know the status of language, and this will motivate or demotivate them to learn it. In the classroom settings, in primary school, junior high school, senior high schools, or in the classroom setting, motivation plays an important role. It is connected to like or dislike of the teacher, amount of efforts, and then it is connected to exposure to the language. Next, attitude. Negative attitudes towards language of language speakers may affect one's determination and motivations to learn it. These attitudes may be caused by a religious, political, or social background of a language. Yes, attitude also have a great effect to learn a second language or even foreign language, like in Batak culture when a Batak society to learn foreign language like English, it has a great attitude. Sometimes it has a negative attitude. For instance, like statement. For instance, like the statement, I do have. Sometimes the Batak cultures will say, Ido HP. So it is a kind of attitude. Right? However, children have no knowledge about culture, have no knowledge about politics, social background of the language. It can be said that attitudes are most influential to the older children. Older children or adult will see the language from cultural point of view, political point of view, and social background point of view. Okay, now we come to the social factors. There are two social settings of learning a second language, like natural situation and then classroom situation. natural situations, it is a situation with a natural, right? There is no setting in the natural situation. It means it is natural, it is a Greek situation, it is a real situation. It is similar to the setting of the first language acquisitions. It means it is difference between natural situation and classroom situations. Natural classroom situation, we can create the situation. We can create the situation. However, natural situation, it is no creation there. It is natural. Okay, I hope. And then, in natural situations, children will learn the language based on the natural situations. Okay. The children will learn language from his or her playmate. The children will learn the language from her friend or his friends. In natural situation, children can learn second language even faster than their first language. In natural situation, adults are exposed to less in a second language foreign community. It is different with the children. Children will learn the second language based on the natural situation. However, it is not accepted to the adult learners in learning a second language. In other words, that natural situation is a good way or a good situation to learn a second language only to young children. Classroom situation, it is isolated from the natural or from the social life. It means that classroom situation, it is a difficult way to learn language for children. However, classroom situations make adult learners better than children learners. This characteristic makes it different from natural situation. As we know that in the classroom there are some disciplines, there are some procedures. It means that disciplines and procedures, it is a way for controlling the students. It means that learners in the classroom situation need to adjust their social interaction. It means that classroom situation is better for adult and older children. Learning in the classroom situation is improved with age. Now let's see this. Who is better, children or adults in natural situations? Are better in inductive, are better in natural situation. However, in natural situations, not good in inductive and useless second language natural situations. You can see here. So who is better? In the classroom situations, adults is better. Okay. However, in natural situation, children is better. Now we can see here from the two factors, psychological factors and then social factors. In this case, we can see that dominantly children better in learning a second language than adult learners. We can see from this table. That is why we need to learn, you need to teach a second language. We need to teach language for children. It is difficult for us to teach language for adults. We can see from both of factors. Okay, I think that's all for this meeting. Goodbye and see you.